Hey y'all. The date today is July 1st, 2010. It's about 2:45 in the afternoon here in Singapore, which means about 2:45 in the morning in North Carolina. Sorry it's been a while since I got back to y'all, but we've had a lot of homework lately, so this is as soon as I could do it. But I want to talk about volunteering. We volunteered last week at the Jamiyah nursing home, children's hospital, or children's home, excuse me, children's home and the home for the aged. Um, Everyone in our group volunteered at the children's home, but half the group went to the nursing home and half the group went to the home for the aged on Saturday, and of course we did the children's home on Sunday. Um, I did the nursing home. It was interesting. We fed people, and we worked with them, we cleaned up. But the biggest thing was feeding them during lunch and feeding them during their tea time. And that went well. It was different because there was a bit of a language barrier because uh, many of the people that live in the nursing home are Malay. But overall, it went well. It went well. But the big thing was the children's home. And that I really like the children's home because of the fact that it took me back to Walnut Terrace Summer Playground. That's really what it took me back to. We were playing hand games all over the place, little circle games, and it just reminded me of the day camp that I went to at Walnut Terrace Center in Raleigh every summer until I was about 12. And it was a good time. That was a good time for me. And being at the children's home took me back. And it was a good feeling. It was good to reminisce. And it was fun. I was apprehensive at first because I feel like I'm not really that good with children, I guess. But we got there and they gravitated toward all of us, which I really liked. Um, at the end of it all, they taught us different Malay uh, performances, I guess. One group did drums, one group danced, and other groups did other things. But we did them for the people over the entity that owns the nursing home, the children's home, and the home for the aged, which is called Jamiyah Singapore. So the head people from the overall entity came to the children's home. We performed for them, and that was really fun. It was fun. As I said, I did the drums. My group did drums, and we had to play a certain rhythm. And thankfully, we had some of the guys from the children's home leading us because at the end of it all, I was just beating on the drum randomly, and a lot of us were because we just got off track and we just started beating on the drum. And as long as it sounded right, it sounded right. But it was a good affair. Um, had fun, learned some Malay games, and actually many of the Malay games were games that we play in the U.S. They One game I remember they showed was Carom, and a lot of people thought that was it was new for a lot of people in our group, but we played Carom at the summer camp I was talking about. It was different though. At my summer camp it was more like pool, and there it was kind of different. Their version had three different colors. Our version at summer camp had two different colors, and we also played with a stick in summer camp, much like a pool stick. So a couple of differences, but overall, in that case, it was the same game. But they taught us a couple of other games also. But the experience was what will stick with me most from that experience at the children's home is the fact that places all over the world are becoming well, put it this way, they're being exposed to American culture so much, I feel like they're almost becoming Americanized to a degree because we talk with them about movies and stuff like that. The movies they watch, the music they listen to, and everything that they listen to, everything that they watched, all the movies they've seen, they were all American movies. And I didn't know they were saying something of this just because we're Americans and they knew we could relate. But toward the end, I asked one of the guys, so do you watch any Asian movies or anything like that? And he said no. He said most of what they watch and most of what they listen to comes from America. And they knew all of the rap artists. They knew Lil Wayne and Alicia Keys. As a matter of fact, Alicia Keys came on the radio and they all knew her song, which I just thought was so interesting because at first I was when I first saw how westernized this place was, I thought that they kind of disconnected to their native culture. But the fact that they were able to teach us the dances and the drums and all that showed that they're not losing their culture; they're just adding to it, which made me feel better. It didn't make me feel like I was part of a people that's kind of stealing another culture away from them, but it's interesting just to see how they add to it, how they can adopt some of our culture, but at the same time keep theirs. So overall, it was a good experience. It was a lot of fun. It took me back to a good time. And as a matter of fact, in about 30 minutes, we're about to go to the Basketball Without Borders, sponsored by the NBA. I, from what I read, it's a basketball camp for preteens and teenagers. So I guess today is the opening ceremony, I guess, because some of them are going and we're going. So I have to let y'all know how that goes. But in the meantime, please pray for me as I'm here. I'll pray for you, and I just hope that you all have a wonderful day. Talk to y'all later. Bye.